What's up, guys? So as the title of this video says, it is a full day of eating. I actually don't like full day of eating videos because I feel like then you just try to emulate like what I'm eating. So this is more like meal ideas slash what I eat. So I am currently cutting. I would be eating these same exact foods if I were bulking. I would just change the amount of food or the amount of carbs or switch around a few things. My main bases of food are basically the same. So I'll get started. I'm not going to tell you my macros because you don't need to know them. You just don't. Starting off the day with some eggs, I have 5 egg whites and 1 whole egg and some turkey sausage. And then I use some bread, and it is this low-calorie bread. The nutrition label will be up on the screen. And these Johnsonville turkey sausages. And then I microwave those, and then when I'm done with them, I put them in the pan with my eggs. And I use sugar-free jelly on my bread because it is only 5 carbs in comparison to normal jelly, which is 12 plus carbs. And there you have it. And I'll take that with my morning vitamins. And I have some coffee with some stevia. Another meal I like to have is some potatoes and chicken. These are pre-diced, ready to go. You just need to heat them up. And so I take those and I crisp them up with some cooking spray, some salt, and some pepper, sometimes some other seasoning. And then I just cook them until they're crisp. And then to know that they're cooked all the way through, just take a fork, stick it through it, and it's great. And for chicken, I cook my chicken in bulk at the beginning of the week along with sweet potatoes and rice. And so this was already cooked, and I just like to get it nice and crispy. So there is some potatoes and chicken and some reduced sugar ketchup, which is only 1 carb compared to normal 5 carb ketchup. And then I'm going to show you guys how I make sweet potatoes because I know that they can be sometimes hard to figure out. Take the sweet potatoes, make sure you're buying in similar width because you want them to cook evenly. And you just poke them with a fork, poke the crap out of them, put them on a pan, and you want this, I put them on aluminum foil so I don't have to wash the pan. And you preheat the oven to 450. So then once you put the sweet potatoes in, set the timer for 45 minutes. And then after 45 minutes, I go and feel them because sweet potatoes cook differently. And if they're the right feel for me, then we're good to go. Next, before I train, potatoes don't always sit the best in my stomach. And so before I train, I want to have rice. But the amount of rice I can get for the carbs it is a very sad amount. It's sad. You can use rice cauliflower, but never let anyone tell you rice cauliflower tastes like rice. It just doesn't. It doesn't. So I have rice cakes with some pbfit. Make sure you get Quaker rice cakes. The Kroger brand tastes like cardboard. So powdered peanut butter. That's the same jelly from earlier. The poor man's PB&J, basically. And I've been prioritizing my carbs around training. That's why I had so many potatoes and rice cakes right before I trained. And then this meal has a lot of carbs as well. And so it's chicken from earlier that's already been cooked and some cinnamon because I'm going to be eating it with sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes from earlier that I cubed and put in the fridge. And so I'm just going to, again, get this crispy. I like things better in the pan than in the microwave. So that's what I do if I have time. Put some more cinnamon and then cover it in peanut butter. And I also added coconut oil. I love adding coconut oil and olive oil to things. The thing about oils is you want to make sure you add them after you cook. So that's the reason I didn't cook in coconut oil, because cooking with them, it can actually take away a lot of the reason you're using the oil. So put the oil on after the fact. And coconut oil is like a solid at room temperature, so you can either melt it, or my food was hot, so I knew it would melt it on its own. My next meal is very low carb, slash sometimes I don't even have the potatoes with it, and I put those carbs towards sweet potatoes, but some hash browns, and then 5 egg whites and some ground beef that is lean ground beef. My main sources of protein are lean ground beef and chicken. Those are my favorite ones, and they're the ones I use. Also cheese. But another meal I like to make is a protein waffle. I'm using Legion's Way, link in bio, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. And the reason I'm measuring out instead of just using a scoop, because I am just using a scoop, it's good to measure things just to see what the scoop is actually saying. So sometimes the scoop says way more or way less, so I like to measure it just to know. Then I use some dark chocolate Kodiak cakes. I use like 1/8 of a serving of these, and it's just because it makes the waffle less awful. Am I right? And so protein waffles are just a scoop of protein, 1 egg, some baking powder mixed together. Add water for consistency. And the secret is making it in an American waffle maker. Again, if you want to buy this one, it's in my Amazon store, just so you know which one to get. And I was going to meet some friends that night, so that's why I have some nice velvet shorts on. Put it in my Fitmark container. Fitmark is having a sale right now, and it is A&B 25 for 25% off. Put it on an American waffle maker. The link to this waffle maker is in my Amazon store because people used to ask me about it during prep because I would make waffles every day. So this is only like a 1 carb waffle, or however many carbs your protein is. And then I added some dark chocolate Kodiak cakes, so it was like 4 or 5 carbs or 7, I don't know. The thing I like to eat at the end of the day, Power Crunch bar. It's one of the only protein bars that I will eat. I'm not a huge protein bar fan. They hurt my stomach. They don't make me feel full, and most of the time they just kind of taste like dirt. But Power Crunch bars do not taste that way. And hint hint, Legion's coming out with protein bars soon, and once I taste test those, I will keep you guys in the loop. So I hope you enjoyed these meal ideas, gave you some ideas. Again, my main sources of meats are from chicken and lean beef, and sometimes I buy really lean turkey and either make tacos out of that or eat it with rice and asparagus. Potatoes are huge, white potatoes and sweet potatoes. And then I use different oils, and I love cheese. You didn't see any cheese on this because I was using my oils elsewhere. So I'm at 1,600 calories, I'll tell you that much. I was bulking at 2,800 calories, and I'll keep you updated on Instagram/here with whatever else. So hope you enjoyed this full day of eating, and I have another what meals I eat, and those are a little bit different than these meals because I eat the same meals every day for like a few months, and then I rotate through when I get tired. So you can also go watch that video for more meal ideas. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on Saturday.